A very warm welcome to all of you. My name is Akshay,
And I'm Gaurav.
and we are starting a new journey today on our channel with the TOG Talk Show. Our very first guest is a big Bollywood name. Her name needs no introduction. She is very famous for her audacious tweets, roles in the movies. Please welcome Kangana Ranawat.
Hello everyone, myself Padmashri Kangana Ranawat.
अबे ये किसने चला दिया? ओरिजिनल वाली लगा।
अरे भैया ये वाली बजट में भी और ज्यादा कंट्रोवर्शियल बातें भी कर लेती है।
अबे लगा दे वरना इस पे भी एक ट्वीट आ जाएगा।
हाँ ठीक है, चला रहा हूँ।
Welcome, real Kangana. So, Kangana, we all know that you are a big fan of the Ori gang, right? That's why you are here. We all know that. So, you do watch all our videos. So, my first question is, how do you feel about our videos?
Oh, I can't really explain the feeling.
You do mean that in a positive way, right?
Well, maybe.
Maybe is almost like a yes for us, considering the kind of videos we make, right?
So, Kangana, when do you watch our videos?
Every morning or afternoon or evening.
Well, that's great. Even we don't watch our videos that much.
So moving on to our next question, Kangana, as you have already mentioned that you are a big fan of the Ori gang, and that's why we had offered you a role in one of our videos. But you said that it is quite challenging role and you won't be able to justify it. So what was going on in your mind at that point of time? Can you just elaborate on that?
I had to come to terms with it. Because to begin with, I'm like, yes, this is the role I should do, and I completely resonate with the spirit, but not with the physicality of it.
Well, I totally agree with you, Kangana. The roles here at Ori gang can be quite challenging both physically and mentally.
So with this, let's move on to our next segment of this interview.
Well, Kangana, you have been very explicit about certain issues in the society like feminism, right? And you support feminism in your own way. So speaking in that context, there were certain, comments about the kind of work Sunny Leone used to do before joining Bollywood. So what are your thoughts on the kind of videos and films she did before joining Bollywood?
It is a film. That is it. It doesn't belong to an individual. It belongs to society.
Yeah, exactly. Those videos belong to society. So, moving on to Bollywood celebs. Kangana, you are considered as a Desi queen of Bollywood, and you have gained lot of success here in India. But there are certain actors like Priyanka Chopra who have gained success in Hollywood as well. So, what are your thoughts on her?
Oh, she doesn't exist.
Well, okay. Moving on to some international issues, right? There is a war going on between Ukraine and Russia. So what do you think is going on in Putin's mind? What do you think will be his next move?
This.
Well, that's quite a visual answer that you gave us. And that looks certainly not a peaceful solution. Anyways, moving on to unpredictable behavior, many people say that your tweets are, more unpredictable than Putin's behavior, and they are based more on your imagination than logic. Do you agree with them?
Well, maybe.
Well, I totally agree with you, Kangana. Right, Gaurav?
Yeah, absolutely. So moving to our next question. In past, you had certain disputes with Karan Johar and Taapsee Pannu on certain issues. So can you tell us what happened between you guys?
It's not that we had some dishum fight.
Well, obviously, that would be the last option on the table.
Well, anyways, with that, we move on to the last section of our interview. Kangana, as we already know that, there's a controversy surrounding you and Hrithik, and as I have moved more and more towards limelight, there are certain media houses spreading the rumor, that there is something going on between you and me, like an affair, and, considering this time we've spent together. So, does that do anything to you?
Does it do anything to me? No, it doesn't.
That's typical Kangana style, brutally honest answer. Anyways, with this, we'll move to our next section, which is rapid fire round. Okay, Kangna, I'll ask you a very straightforward question. Do you love me?
No.
No.
Then, do you love me?
No. Not at all.
Well, Kangna, it's totally fine if you do not want to make public, the kind of relationship we had and the time we spent, right? But still, like, how would you define the, time that we spent together?
That was the happiest phase of my life.
Well, it's quite a relief to hear that answer, Kangna.
So, moving on to our last question, Kangna. People say that the chemistry between the characters of Ori gang is quite good. So, what are your thoughts on that?
You seen Tom and Jerry?
Tom and Jerry it is. Well, thank you so much, Kangna, for so patiently answering all our questions. It was an honor having you here, and we have a lot of projects coming up, in the pipeline for the Ori Gang channel. So I do hope that you will check them out and you will keep supporting us as you have.
Quite excited about it.
And with that, it's a wrap up.